So how to beat depression? If team depression is beating you up, as in any sport, if you wanna, let's do that analogy, it's because they have a good strategy. And that strategy, my beautiful sister and my beautiful brother, started from the moment you were born. From the moment you were born, you went into a process. And that process is not a benevolent one. That process is not to elevate you, but it's actually to oppress you. To oppress you, so you get depressed. They oppress, so you depress, then they possess. It's a very simple game, and it's like in any sport. If you want to win, you go pressure until the other team breaks apart, and then you go and score. That's what's happening. So how to beat depression is doing exactly the same they're doing as in any sport. If you have ever practiced any sport, if not, you're gonna learn right now. The best defending tactic is attacking. So to stop the depression team on attacking us, we gotta attacking them back. So to stop that process, we need to start our own process of attacking. So we need to be proactive in order to beat depression. And we need to create a system, a strategy, a process that daily give us a step-by-step actions to get back our ease. Because right now, if you are depressed, depression is a way of it's disharmony. So you're not at ease. So it is a disease. This is, and as I mentioned, what we need to do is to set up an attacking strategy to start our own process. In order to stop something, you need to start something. So we're just gonna start something. The way we can do it is starting from the beginning. So one of the things that we do every day, and around 60 to 70,000 thoughts we have every day. So the first thing we need to address is our thinking process, our thoughts. And it takes discipline, but through the process, through your awareness, which I'm telling you right now, you'll be able to, step by step, it's a process, so do not rush it. It doesn't happen immediately, and if you fall back, don't worry, come back. So first thing is to observe your thoughts from the beginning, from the moment you open your eyes, from the moment you rise up in the morning. We all have the habit of right away engage our mind on the past or the future. That's what happens when we wake up. We start thinking in fear for what happened before, past, or anxiety, what can happen in the future. But in reality, we're missing the point, because in the present, actually, there is not any problem. And if we are able to control our thinking process, our thoughts, and bring them back to the present, then we are able to change what we are thinking, or the thoughts, to replace thoughts. Remember, to stop something, we need to start something. You've been depressed, you have been oppressed, and you have been inside of a process for years, from the education and from the moment you were born. You have been through a process that has conditioned you to think in a certain way. And that's part of your process. Those are your thoughts. So your thoughts are not your thoughts. But you consciously, you as the consciousness, you're able to replace them every time you want. So that's the first step. The first step is every time you catch yourself going to the past or to the future or having a negative thought, you're not gonna resist it, but you're just gonna observe it, acknowledge it. It's not bad or good. It's just one of the probabilities. There are many probabilities, but as there is this negative probability, there is also tons of positive probabilities. And you have been creating your reality because you've been choosing the negative probability. So now we're going to change it and get the positive probability. That's the first step. That's what you do with your thoughts. And we start with our thoughts because we do think all the time. And if we are present in the present moment, we are able to choose. Simple. In the present moment, when a negative thought comes to your mind, you look at it and then you say, I choose to be happy. I choose to be abundant. I choose to be full of love. I choose to be peaceful. I choose to be ease and flow. Anything that you want, that's what you do. That's the first step. The next step, the next thing that we do all day is breathing. And breathing, keep in mind this. If you stop breathing, you're gonna lose your conscious. What is that telling you? The opposite. If you breathe consciously, you're gonna gain conscious. So conscious is light. Conscious is basically sharpening up your mind. So you're gonna be sharper. You're gonna get clarity. And with clarity comes confidence. And with confidence comes the power, the life force to beat depression. So breathing. Breathing is the next thing. So after you wake up in the morning, and I said, let's start tackling it, depression, from the moment we open our eyes. If you don't do it, then what you're doing is you're setting up your day with negative thoughts. So it's pretty much like writing a script. Got it? You wake up in the morning and you go, oh, this. You're writing the script for your day. And this is what you're going to get. So we need to do it from the moment we wake up. So we are aware that as soon as we open our eyes, we are going to tackle our thoughts. Then the next thing is to get in our body. And the way we power up ourselves, we get energy, is through oxygenation, to breathing, to oxygenate your cells. The more oxygen your cells get, the more they are able to process and to activate their memory, their membrane. Cells membrane is a membrane, it means memory brain. So the more you breathe consciously with any technique you want to use, you don't have to have, you just Google it. There are many techniques. At the end of the day, it's very simple. It's that ability to consciously knowing that you are oxygenating your cells, and that your cells, the more you oxygenated them, the more energy they have to process information and to remember where they come from. Got it? So number one, your thoughts. Number two, your breathing. And number three, the other thing we do every day that I'm doing right now is movement. We move every day. So we must move our body, because our body, our muscles are the conductive system of the energy we are creating with our thoughts and with the oxygen. So our body is like a battery. If we don't take care of the battery, think about it's gonna get rusty, yes? And a rusty battery is not a good conductive. It doesn't conduct energy the way you would like to. All right, so we must start. Doesn't matter where you are, believe me, doesn't matter where you are. You just need to start moving at your own pace. If you start moving, a very simple, as a matter of fact, super simple, something that you know you can do so you win every day. Because every time you win, you are releasing dopamine, good chemicals that makes you feel good. So start with one push-up, start with anything. It's very simple for you to do. Eventually you're gonna find yourself doing exercise, and your body, your battery will ask you for more, and your energy is gonna flow, and then you're gonna feel sharper, and then you're gonna see when depression show up, if show ups, then you can tackle it with the new process. So instead of resisting it, you're just gonna start a process and focus on your own process. So the way we beat depression is by attacking it with our own process and focusing on what we do as a team. Remember, if we think about a team, we need to focus on our strategy, and our strategy is proactive. The best defending strategy is attacking. So in order to stop depression, you need to start blissfulness. You need to start a process that brings you happiness. And that's very simple. You choose. Remember, your version, there are tons of versions. There are unlimited types of version of yourself. So there are many probabilities. So you choose what version you want to power. And you power it by putting your attention into it. So take away the attention from anything that is depressing you and put your attention on the solution. And the solution needs to be a process, a step-by-step sequence of actions that power that system that runs your business. Systems run business. Mind your business. So this is how you stop and beat depression. I hope this is useful. Thank you.